Yes, I have decided to go through NEET Code 150 list, but I felt that my older videos were a bit monotonic and it did not have any variety or anything. It was just me blindly going through the problem. So I have decided to add a few extra things on top of that. So what I have decided is first I will have one video which goes through the logic which can be used to solve the problem, and then I will have the solutions of that problem in some languages which I like Golang, C++, Java, Python, JavaScript, or 4 5 languages. I'll just solve it and upload it. And so yeah, even if I've uploaded a video on it before, I will just go through it again. Yeah, now let's do NEET code question 1, which is contains duplicate, and you are given an array integer, and you have to return true if the value appears at least twice in the array, and if there is if every element is distinct, you have to return false. So yeah, what you can do, imagine you are given the array. So the given array is okay. So yeah, okay. This is a bit hard to use. Ink, and yeah, let's change the size bit. Yeah. Yeah, so you are given the array 1, 2, 3, and 1. So what can be done? So the first approach which is more logical, is what we can do is we can add each element of this to a hash set. So what is a hash set? Hash set is nothing but a container of sorts which will have only one instance of every element, and the lookup in hash set is very quick. So for example, what will happen is if you already have some element, and then we have a method, like in multiple languages there are multiple methods which will just tell if the element has been inserted. So what we'll do, first we'll add 1 to the hash set, and then we'll add 2 to the hash set, and then we'll add 3 to the hash set. But when you try to add the last one to the hash set, what will happen is hash set will tell that one is already existing. So in that instance we can directly tell that we found the like there are duplicates, so return true. And yeah, this is one of the approaches which can be done. But there's another approach. Yeah, again, this is what you call neither efficient nor easy, not that difficult but not easy to implement. But hey, let's go through multiple approaches what which can be done. So what we can actually do is, rather than putting to hash set, we can actually sort the array. So after sorting the array, 1 2 3 1 will become 1 1 2 and then 3. And then what we can do is we can have two pointers. So one will be on 0th index and one will be on first index. And then for each one, this is kind of like a static sliding window where the window size will always be 2, and we'll just compare the two elements in the pointers, and if the two elements match, then we can immediately return true. For example, if we had an array of yeah, if we had an array of 1 2 3 3 4 4 5, so we would have 1 2 3 3 4 and 5. So what would happen is, yeah, so what would happen is when we had two pointers, we would have one here, one here. These two don't match, so let's move the pointers. Yeah, let's move the pointers, and then we'll compare 2 and 3. 2 3 don't match, so we'll move the pointer again. And then as soon as we move to 3 3, we see that they both matched. Then we could immediately guess that our what do you call, our entire array had some duplicates, so immediately we could return 2. Yeah, these are the two approaches which I could think of, and there will be multiple different ways to solve the problem. And if you have any other logic, you can just tell that to me. I'll see. Yeah, and that's all for the explanation part. Now let's go to the actual implementation, which will be in a different video. I will have a separate video for every language you want to code in. Yeah, thank you.